Hello, guys. Just want to check in with you. First, I want to thank everyone for joining the Family Over Everything Fantasy Football League. I will not be before you very long. The draft video was 42 minutes. The interview was 15. I promise you, I'm just going to keep hitting you with short videos because we have some guys in the league who may not be very familiar with how fantasy football goes. I remember it took me a couple of years to actually get a grasp of it. I have won in a league where there were 12 people. I've come in second place a couple of times, and sometimes there was one year I was 8-0. The first 8 weeks I was unstoppable, and then an injury happened, and then I lost every game for the remainder of the season. Now I want to talk to you about that today. In our league, what I want to do is just really quick share my screen with you. In our league, my first round draft pick was Travis Kelce. He had a hyperextended knee, and they held him out the first week. Not only did Kansas City lose, right? Because if you look over here in my other league, I actually have Kansas City's defense. So I'm in two leagues. So in the Family Over Everything league, what I did was, and one of the reasons why, according to Yahoo, out of our league, my draft was one of the best, is because what I did is I diversified. Travis Kelce is an outstanding wide receiver slash tight end. But what I also did is I got this guy right here. His name is Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid is a rookie, and currently he's ranked number 112 overall, and he's not even a top 10 tight end. But what Buffalo, who is a direct competitor of Kansas City, realized is that they have a lot of speed on the outside, but they have nobody going up the middle of the field. So they went out and drafted this dude in Dalton Kincaid. I have a very good friend who's a Buffalo Bills fan, and what he did is he told me about this guy, and this is why I drafted him. So, is he a Travis Kelce? Absolutely not. But what I do know is that in the AFC East, it is extremely tight with the Jets, who are retooled. Buffalo's a top tier team. And there's a couple of other teams. New England's always on the cusp, you know. And I also know these guys play the Ravens, they play Cincinnati, they play Kansas City. So they needed a guy that could stretch the field in the middle so that the outside guys could have some room to work. And that's Dalton Kincaid. So in this video, basically what I'm going to do is just talk to you about if your top tier players are out of whack or injured, they get suspended for drugs or doing something dumb, putting their hands on girlfriends, always have somebody that you can count on. Football is a very brutal game, and I have wrapped my arms around two or three guys. Like I said, they got me started. Michael Thompson was one of them. He was a wide receiver for New Orleans. He was outstanding. He has not played football but 2 games for the last 3 years. And that is how my team fell apart. And that's how I went from being the champion to not making the playoffs the next year. So be mindful, watch the waiver wire, watch football in your spare time, really get to know some of these guys, because what you're going to do here is you only get 16 chances to change your lineup this year. I purposely did that because we're in a smaller league, and I don't want teams to have guys to have super teams. You get 16 chances to change your roster this entire year for the next 4 months. Choose wisely. If one of your superstars go out, do not stay married to him, because if you stay married to him, what you're going to do is you're going to realize that you're going to be stuck and you're going to be lost. So that's all I have for you guys this week. I want to wish you the best of luck. The trash talking will continue next week. After Sunday's games, probably around halftime of the 8 o'clock game, I'll come and say who I'm going to be interviewing next week, give some overall analysis. I really want to see what you guys know about football. Take care. Have a good week and a productive week.